Monster is a one-season anime released 2 years earlier than Death Note that has similar plots and morals. It takes place in Germany with a Japanese protagonist and German antagonist, which I think if you're an anime enthusiast, you probably know who Johann Liebert is already. Or should I say Johann Liebert. The story is about a Japanese doctor saving a child's life, not realizing he's a demonic child who has horrifying vision of a revolution. This anime is so political from the get-go. First few episodes, we get to see how authorities run their business and how they build a great image of themselves in public, how employees get unfairly punished for reasonable rebellion, and also how sometimes doing the right thing can flip the whole situation into a chaotic manner. Then you start questioning yourself, is it worth doing the right thing? Or is it okay to turn a blind eye to justice? This anime really makes you question the whole morality of life, how these characters got put in these situations. It makes you put yourself in their shoes and you kind of like feel small and vulnerable. Even though some characters have lost count of their money in the world to spend, they still feel hollow and weak. The protagonist in this anime is so well written, you can clearly see his purity of the soul throughout the series. He's too good of a human that if anything happens to this guy, you might start a vendetta against the writer. The antagonist, on the other hand, is a pure evil and savage human being with a charming personality but manipulative guy with high intelligence that can cause harm to several people without lifting a finger. That's how dangerous he is. He has a violent mindset with calmness on his face. He can spin and twist the plot of basically everything and really challenge the protagonist's morality. That's how I like the villain to be. The way that the story only shows brief appearance of him until like more than 20 episodes or so makes his appearance even more dramatic and earned. We can feel tension and sinister plot that he planned behind the scene without him showing up at all. Speaking of that, the anime has some of the best psychological horror elements executed almost without flaws. This anime also shows how hatred and obsession can sway you away from logical views. There's this character that's obsessed of proving the protagonist is a murderer, that he would, go out of his way to commit some unacceptable behaviors considering he's a licensed detective. Like, I hate that guy. Every time he shows up on the screen, like, leave my man Tenma alone, man. There are many side characters and side plots, but I feel like it's not boring at all. Like, I've never watched any series or any anime like that made me love all the side plots they've been serving. I feel like all of them always add a little value to the whole storyline without taking unnecessary time off the main characters. The scary thing is, I also feel like most of the things that they've told on screen is historically correct. The praising of Hitler, the secret extremist organization. Although I praise this anime a lot, there are still some negative things I can talk about, of course. Like, nothing is perfect. Like, our main character, for example, at some point will go on a 60 episodes journey without working, and somehow he's still not broke. How much did he get paid to live off his previous salary for like a decade? That's insane. There's also this one scene where Johann, aura farmed in the flame, when the term aura hasn't even been invented yet. And I also don't like how it ends. I mean, it's nothing much wrong about it, but it's almost like an anti-climax. It's still a strong ending, don't get me wrong. It's just that I expect something more. But the final episode is the perfect send-off, like the full circle complete, and the story writes itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this anime a 10 out of 10. Obviously, there's a lot of bias going on here in the scoring system. Of course, it's not perfection. That's what I'm trying to say. This anime is so dark. It talks about child abuse, experiment on children and so on. If you can't handle those stuffs, I suggest you don't watch it. The antagonist, as I said, is a very complex and well-written character and has so much depth and layers of complication. It deserves a watch. It deserves a binge. So go check it out right now. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.